You sure this is the right place?
The Pentasod has known we were here since we landed. It should show itself any moment now. Be careful, brother. Are you sure this parley of yours is still wise?
Yes, stand down. Hi, I'm Jack. I was hoping we could talk. I have this friend. He says you might have taken a liking to me, so maybe you'll hear me out?
This isn't working.
Sandrak, chill. The Maladar is destroying our world. Worlds. If he's right about you, maybe you can help us. My friend Rook, I mean. He's an Allori, and, well, we were... Wait, stop!
I bring you down, rude creature. With the Thrada Cull, I refuse you. Ah! Help me, boy!
Hell? Why did you send me here? What are you trying to say? I've seen this architecture before. In the Underdwelling. The Allori. They came from the Shrouded Realm. That's like, I don't even know how many thousands of years ago.
minds are young and your fears unfounded. Our journey upward is a good thing. Of the Elorian humans a perfect cycle. They will draw magic upwards from the fawns, and our powers will return it. They will create wonders with magic that will astonish us, as long as we are there to heal the wounds they make in their innocence. children of the Pentasod.
That hasn't aged well. As soon as humans encountered the Alluri, we started slaughtering them. Pentasod made them to be a safety valve. They were never stealing our magic, they were trying to filter it. The corruption magic creates an Aveum. The Allori would have prevented it by sending it back here. There would have never been a wound. Didn't even give them a chance. All we saw was that they drained magic, so we killed as many of them as we could as soon as we met them and drove the rest away. Sandrak, I've got to stop him. We can put all this back together.
Jack! It weakens before me! Together we can finish it!
No! Don't fight it at all! Listen, the Pentasod showed me how to...
Resist its illusions. It will show you anything it needs to survive. Don't be a coward, boy.
Sandra, will you listen to me? Stop attacking it!
You came here to help me.
I came here to help you fix the wound. God damn it! You're going to get everyone killed, asshole! Those oaths really have teeth, Ted. Damn. Oh, shit!
Ouch. That looked like it hurt.
It's good. It's good. Oh, I'm good. Where am I?
Smells like you just fell out of the Shrouded Realm. Alarming twist.
The Pentasod sent me here.
Whatever it's selling, I ain't buying.
Hold on, Rook. Hear me out.
No, that thing can go fuck itself. It tricked us. Told us Aveum would be one big ball of paradise. Now get out of here before...
Before you eat me. I know. Just stop and listen.
Ah! The mouth on you. Somewhere along the way you forgot I ain't human, Jack. Big cantankerous Rook. We go way back. The vast big gulf of hate between us is all gone. He sees me as one of the good ones. Newsflash, pissant!
You got good reason to hate me. Hate all of us. We deserve it for what we did. That's on us, though, not the Pentasod. It needs your help.
It's for you.
Jack, can you hear me? Mind link's on the fritz. This don't seem much better.
I'm kinda busy right now.
You gotta get to Glavegate, pronto. Going to the Shrouded Realm was only Sandrak's first plan to kill the Pentasod, but he had a backup. If that didn't work, he'd use the Binding Stone to pull the Pentasod into our world. He'll be weaker here.
He can do that?
Yeah, according to my Scry Stones, he is doing it. Right now. Worst part? Kirkin's still all in on it, telling everyone here they need to saddle up with Sandrak and join the fight.
You've got to stop her, Thaddeus. Tell her I have another way to fix this.
Sure, like she gonna listen to me. I already tried.
Try harder. If the Pentasod dies, that's it. We're done. It's all done. I'm on my way. I'm bringing the Allori.
Lied straight to the man's face, kid. Didn't even blink.
Your glory will never know rest.
Oh, it showed you that. To what? Tug at my conscience?
No. To make sure I'd see that the only person that can save us all is you. Please, come to Glavegate. So good to see you alive, Ambassador.
And I'm glad the rumors of your death turned out to be just that.
How are you getting along here, given the circumstances?
I'm cold. Carthusian wine is an affront to grapes, but Zendara's more eager to hear my counsel than Kirkin ever was.
Good to hear. About the last part, I mean. Zendara taking command of the Immortals. Will it have your support at the Northern Court?
She was instrumental in getting so many of us from the Palathon here to Glavegate. She protected us from Ashan against all hope. What do you think, Jack?
I think Lavenry might see a chance to influence the Immortals in ways they couldn't when Kirkin was around.
I won't let them find some loophole in Lucium's treaties with Calthus. As weakened as this kingdom is, I owe it and its leader my life.
Thank you, Ambassador. I'm just...
wary of those in power not seeing things clearly. I wonder why. But don't worry. The king is a good man, when I remind him to be.
I have to go, Ambassador. Silas Meade, terror of Yulthian Fields. I made it.
Well met again, sir. If I have a knack for anything, it's surviving.
It's a good trait to have, and we can use every soldier we can get.
Thank you, sir.
They don't bite, you know. The Allori?
They most certainly do, sir. And if they can smell my bloodline as well as they can your magic, I'm not long for this world.
What are you talking about?
It's not something I'm proud of, sir, especially in light of recent revelations. My family can trace its lineage all the way back to the Arjamon tribes of the Enduolo. They were famous Allori standard bearers.
I promise you, Silas, that your ancestors were not Allori.
That's not what I meant, sir. In those days, the Magni would have some of their most honored lightless carry standards and banners made of Allori. Well, I think you can guess, sir. They thought it would absorb the magic of their enemies in battle.
That's one of the worst things I have ever heard. Ever.
It was thousands of years ago, sir, but blood travels fine. It's not just the Magni that have to make amends. We lightless have our great share of it, too.
I'd better go. lordship. I'm happy to see you well.
Largely due to your deeds and what seems like endless courage, my friend. Sevenridge will not let them go unrewarded.
No need for that. We're a team, Hauser. But if you were wondering, my favorite color is somewhere between navy and ultramarine blue. I feel like I could rock a killer cape game.
Consider it done.
I've heard that assassins and the Order of the Oathsworn don't really get along in Calthus.
Ex-brands are a quintessentially Lucian institution. I can't blame the Calthusians, really. Every murder is an oath-breaking of some kind. The premise of our existence doesn't align well with their traditions.
Did that ever come up with Zendara?
No. But then she's considered a progressive here.
Oh, really?
Ah, you're referring to her inconsiderate and woeful attitudes towards the unforeseen.
Just a smidgen.
Then let me amend. Zendara's nothing if not a pragmatist. She has no problem with the utility of sanctions.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Happy you could finally join us. Your Allori friends were a no-show.
They'll be here.
I'm done waiting. Air Commanders, prepare to join the Rasharnian assault.
Sir, you can't do this. The Pentasod isn't causing the Maladar. It's suffering from it. Sandrak and the Binding Stone
You think I don't know all of this? He's insane. He literally believes the Pentasod went berserk because it's jealous.
Then why are you joining him?
The fonts are gone. The Pentasod that made them is broken, unanchored, imploding, and all of Aveum is crumbling apart as it lashes out. Nothing else matters. Lucium isn't joining Sandrak's mad crusade, Jack. We're using it so we can cauterize the wound at the source.
What a crock of shit. Sorry for crashing in. Magni got a real blind spot for Allori. The kid says you need our help, and from what I've heard of your plan, he's right by a mile.
And just what help could you possibly give us?
Look, lady, I ain't happy to be here either. We've had a bone to pick with your people for, I don't know, a few thousand years?
We have a lot to make up for. This is how it's supposed to be. Whatever magic the Magni take from the ley lines, the Allori funnel back to where it came from. No corruption, no wound.
Yeah, well, what he's showing us squares with my research. This whole mess started once the Allori were banished.
You know what you're doing is impossible. I'm right next to you.
The Pentasod is helping. We're tight.
Tell me, Jack, did you bring any other visions of perfect harmony that you saw in the Shrouded Realm that are actually relevant to the battle at hand?
The Allori can heal the wound? We can start over?
It won't happen immediately. We've corrupted so much. But it won't happen at all if we do what you're asking.
Selko, get him out of here. Zendara, get your airships ready for transport and...
No.
I did not just hear that.
Selko, relieve the Grand Magnus of command.
Bullshit like this is why I live in a cave.
Lucium surrendered to Sandrak a month ago. Calthus is still free. That makes me the ranking officer of the Immortals by ancient treaty. Look it up.
You're making a mistake you can't undo.
Take it up with Lavenry. If you help us, all the territories west of the Orenthals are yours. It's not much, but you'll have a sky. We can work out the rest from there.
You're in no position to make such an offer.
By law, we're a renegade army. She's the queen of Kelthus. Damn well do whatever she wants here.
We were gonna help regardless, but sure, we'll take bonus freedom.
Signal the commanders that there's been a change of plans.
Please, sir. You can still help us.
You're heading into disaster, Jack. The world ends because of what you chose today.
Give the word, Initiate.
Captain, I really appreciate the support. I know you and Kirkin go way back, so it couldn't have been easy for you.
I'm loyal to the Immortals, not Kirkin.
I get that, but still, I'm just saying.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Say what's on your mind.
It was a whole month, sir. Sandrak's hold on magic. The Magni outside of the Order of Masks had lost their power, and none of them knew if it would ever come back. It broke some of them. It affected all of them.
What are you saying?
Kirkin was wrong, but I can't help wondering if her response to the present crisis wouldn't have been so severe if the Magni hadn't felt so helpless before. Hadn't felt so afraid. It's something to consider.
You've got a big heart, Soko. More than most Magni deserve. I'm glad you're with us. Thaddeus, thanks for the backup.
Everywhere you go, you cause a ruckus. I've never seen Kirkin that angry, kid, and I've seen Kirkin angry. If the Alluri weren't here, that could have gone a whole nother way. Backing down...
Her plan would have gotten us killed. Every one of us.
We think.
Wait, you think she was right? That killing the Pentasod will heal the Maladar?
Wouldn't matter if she were. Killing ain't the kind of right I want to be on the side of.
So, hey, I got this weird favor to ask.
Speak up! What weird favor?
Was that necessary? Look, my friend Luna...
Gel that gut-shot me? Yeah, she's a favorite.
That one, yeah. I wanted to talk to her, but I don't know where she is. And I don't know how to do this, you know, this mind thing where I could find out.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking, maybe, since we three share the whole thing between us, you could help me track her down somehow.
How? You and I combine our thinking real hard?
It's not gonna work if you make it sound stupid.
Jack?
Holy shit, we did.
Why does everything smell like honeysuckle and eggs?
Hey, now.
Oh, great.
Whatever you want to say, Jack, you better say it now. I can't maintain this tomfuckery for long.
Luna.
What's he talking about?
Them eggs was fresh.
You're supposed to leave me...
Tell me I got this. Are you shitting me?
Sorry, kid. That's harder than it looks. She's gone.
All right. Save your strength. We gotta go. Orphe, bet you saw me coming.
Candle. Fortunately for us, this is one of the timelines where you returned.
Whoa, you can see me in alternate timelines? Hold up. I don't always make it?
Sometimes your friends fail to catch you. Sometimes you two have a falling out and you leave your safe house alone, and the Rashanians run you down.
You know about Luna?
Not really. We can only infer her presence in our visions of you. Otherwise, she is invisible to us. Well trained in the secret of mirrors, we suspect. You're lucky to have such a talented Magnus on your side. Which order is she? This ghost?
Look, I don't want to lie to you. She used to be in the Order of Masks. That's over with, though. She doesn't work for Sandrak anymore.
A Rashanian?
Not really. Well, okay, she calls herself one now, but also they kidnapped her a long time ago, and I only sort of get it, but she's my friend, right? That's all that matters.
It's a start. In any case, we are grateful for whichever rivers brought you back to us, Candle of Shaled.
What's it like, being able to see, you know, divergent time streams?
More often than not, we really don't know if they're divergent until we get there. Sometimes enough context clues reveal that we're looking at a future that belongs elsewhere.
Like, say if I'm an Ormic Sky Sailor, and everyone's acting like I've always been one.
Exactly. Some are fun like that. Divergent pasts, though, they are invariably disturbing to experience.
You can see alternate pasts? How does that even work?
The wound is hell. It can actually swallow up bits of history if they're not careful.
Hold up a sec. Sandrak mentioned this. I thought he was just trying to fuck with my head.
Afraid not. And sometimes the wound even regurgitates those out. Little bits of the half-eaten past. Afterwards, history has to re-knit itself as best it can. It obviously can't get all the details right, as unwhole as it's become, and anachronisms seep in and never happen. You'll go half mad if you look at that for too long.
Good chat, Orphe. Holy shit, you managed to escape the Palathon.
Barely. I was still aboard one of the slower airships making for Kelthus when Sandrak tampered with everyone's magic. We were afraid the airship's Arcano engines would short out and crash us into the side of a mountain. Thankfully, he left most of the ley lines intact, and we were lucky to be sailing across one that remained.
Sounds horrible.
I hear you're the one that brought all our magic back. It turned the tide here against Rishon. We're all in your debt, my friend.
If you don't mind me asking, what was it like for you when your magic went away?
The worst of it was when we hid behind the walls here. I could feel my spells like they were phantom limbs, itching in my mind if I didn't think about them, bringing a headache if I did. Those ghostly shackles were hell. Some of the other Magni swore they smelled a waxy smoke that wouldn't go away until the shackles did.
What, like a candle?
When blown out, yes, exactly that. My life's work has been devoted to the spreading of magic for the privileged few. I wish I had done more for the lightless, now having been one, even if just for that small amount of time.
All right, Belming. I should go. You actually came. I'm kind of speechless.
That's, first. And you should be thanking the boys. They're the ones who voted we help you. They heard you guilt-tripping me, kept it up after you left.
Oh, come on. No one tells you to do anything. You can say it.
Say what?
Haircut made a good point, see? And so I'm sitting at a crossroads of conscience, see?
You know what I don't smell on you? A proper fear of me.
Should I be getting worried?
Oh, you're definitely worried around me. Heebie-jeebies all over you like lice whenever I'm close. But no fear. Magni see a Lori, that's the first thing that pops up. Historically. They scream, freak out, run away.
I feel like you're about to circle around and say something nice to me.
Why would I do that?
Oh, come on. You're about to say the reason you're not reading any fear off me is because deep down, we both know we're buddies, friends, pals.
I was getting to this theory I have about you and your no fear. What do you humans call your kind? Unfortunate?
Unforeseen? Also, I'm still human.
Is that so? All the Magni treat you like one?
I mean, yeah. Well, for the most part.
So, I think because you're an unforeseen. Because you remember a time where you didn't have magic. You don't got the same ingrained fear of Allori as someone who's had magic their whole life. We just don't set you off the same way as we do the off-the-shelf Magni, the Dynasty Magni.
Interesting theory. Or maybe it's just because I think you're all right. Don't sell yourself short, Rook. Well, that was a whole thing.
That's an understatement.
Are you doing okay about Kirkin?
Of course I'm not. But what's done is done.
So, do I call you Grand Mag?
Do you ever give things time to process, Initiate?
So you're saying we should table it and go?
I am. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Let's go.
Air commanders have their final orders, sir. We're ready to embark and engage over the wound.
Keep our scrying officers silent until I give the signal. Sandrak still thinks we're coming to help.
They won't know what hit them.
Just need to get close enough to drop us on Sandrak's flagship.
My boys will break away and try to dampen whatever Sandrak's spells have got its hooks in the Pentasod, pulling it through.
Good a plan as any, except, well... our airships are powered by magic. How are we supposed to transport the Allori?
You ain't. Fellas, time to gussy up.
All my born days I wanted to see that.
We can really do this.
Good hunting, people.
They've destroyed us!
Falco, peel off and hit their flanks! Open a path for the Allori!
Copy that!
The rest of you, we're going straight up the gut. Woohoo! Did he really just yell wahoo?
I was feeling it.
Sir! Roshanian airship bearing for the Allori! We can't stop it!
You have to, Captain. We can't do this without them.
Strip it!
Oh! Never mind, sir.
Holy shit.
Not bad. This is all on you now, Initiate.
No. Last time it was just up to me. I made the biggest mistake of my life. We're only going to win this one together. Stitch of up.
Jack! Get down!
Oh shit. Shit! Ugh. getting close to Sandrak. Should I wait for you?
There's no time! Go!
Jack, Kirkham betrays me with a doomed assault with you at the head.
No. She was still all in on your plan. But my friends and I had a different idea.
Oh, you turned against her. Wonderful. I've had a good influence on you.
They're the key, Sandrak. If you really want to heal the wound, you're going to let them finish. You know I'm right.
I admit, your army of gargoyles is something I didn't see coming. Children of the Pentasad, are they not? Cruel of you to bring them just to see it die. You must want to build yourself a little family of orphans again. After all you have seen, you still insist on prolonging the world's suffering. Vision! I will not meet my end like this! After all you have seen, you still insist on prolonging the world's suffering. Should I fall, Aveum will follow. Warded against your power, creature. Can you hear it, Jack? In all of its varied hues of panic, the realization that even immortality is bliss.
Sup?
Sup?
The traitor returned at last. You dishonor everything I gave you, sister. That Rasharn gave you.
You're so full of shit. You sold our people a dream you abandoned the moment I handed you the power to fulfill it.
You don't always have to wait until I'm on the ropes to swoop in, you know.
Don't.
You're just always on the ropes.
Do you know how many Lucians she's killed, Jack? And you, sister, how many of your countrymen have died at his hands? Both of you betray your master's for what? A chance at power? And then which of you will betray the other in my force?
Get behind my shield!
You cannot touch me!
Get behind me!
That unmissed. Saren must breed oathbreakers and halfwits. I should have leveled him.
Get behind my shield!
With Radha Kull, I resist. With my own will, I resist. Both of you betray your masters for what? A chance at power? And then which of you will betray the other in my force?
Get behind my shield!
Disgust me, malevolent spirit. I will erase your names from all memory. I am warded against your power, creature.
Get behind my shield!
A miss. DJ. Saren must breed oathbreakers and halfwits. I should have leveled it.
Get behind me.
Durfin knew that joining me was the only answer. You dishonor her name and her station. You dishonor the Immortals. You would have revenge rather than paradise. The Pentestad has you under its hope.
Nishas Yuchi. Zichu.
Enough! You mistake me for someone that has limits. I am the very wellspring of magic. The very...
Remember that time we pulled one over on the Upbridge gang?
I guess.
I'm saying literally remember the time we pulled one over on the Upbridge gang.
Enough! No! It's finally time to end your suffering. What?
This is for Devin. And for Luna. Oh, and the Palathon. And Saren. And fuck, man. Oh.
Don't forget the Maladar.
Right. And for the Maladar.
No, dummy. Literally, don't forget the Maladar.
It'll work.
Damn, kid! Rook says it's a bust. Too much corruption is pouring out of it too fast. Their absorption powers can't slow it down, much less cork it.
Then what are we going to do? The wound's still growing.
I'm thinking.
Think faster. Rashanian Armada, this is the hand. Sandrak is dead and his madness is over. Stand down and disperse on my command.
You've already figured out the solution, Jack. We win. Then we start thinking about how to fix the wound.
Isn't there something else that we can do about it, I mean?
Of course. She never told you that Immortals are charged with sacrificing themselves to heal the wound at the end of their tenure.
Before you ask, yeah, it works.
What?
The Mandate. The healing ritual. One that splits you from your magic, from your soul. It works. I never would have left the Immortals if it didn't. That's too much of a person.
Would it work on something this big? If I...
Jumped in, exploded yourself right next to the Binding Stone, flooded all the fonts back into the Shrouded Realm? Yeah, could do. There's a hair of a mite. You won't survive, though. Good news, that bunny in your eyes is gone, and resolve is a powerful thing.
You're the worst possible person to actually understand goodbyes.
I'll tell her.
Well, okay. You don't have time to teach me the ritual, so...
Just stick it in your head on the way down. No. Listen, kid. If you're gonna jump, just jump away.
Jack?
It'll be okay, Luna.
Jack! What did he do?
He fixed it. Never doubted him for a second.
So, now that the wound's been unfucked for the moment...
The rest is up to us. Magni orders are gonna have to rewrite their entire magical playbooks, and include the Allori in them.
West of the Orenthals, huh? That's a right nice stretch of green. Pretty hills, dark groves. Rook'll love groves. They're all gardeners at heart, really.
They deserve more.
Yeah, well, what you started here, it's going to spread.
Lucium will follow our example.
Yeah, sure it will.
Word from Lavendry.
Speak of the devil.
Short version. The king and the dynastic families give their unending thanks.
That's it?
The language used was lovely, yet economical.
No, I mean, did Kirkin...
No word from her at all, sir. The king will recognize your claim as the head of your order, if you ask for it.
She'll come around.
No, she won't.
Yeah, likely not. She never did with me. You and Jack had the right of it, in a way I never did.
Woke up right in time for the compliments. Keep them coming.
There he is.
You look good for someone that exploded.
I got better.
Paid having the Pentasod owe you a favor. Spit you back out the Shrouded Realm good as new. Your legs still seem a bit pudding-foot, though.
Your, friend left when she saw you were on the mend. She said she wasn't sure where she was gonna go.
Yeah, that tracks. So what's next?
Well, plenty of Sandrak loyalists are still out there, running amok and causing trouble, refusing to believe he's really dead. You got any loose ends, kid? Wouldn't expect to tie him up in peace.
And what about the Immortals?
Rasharn's withdrawing back to the front. We'll take advantage of that time and try to rebuild.
And, under your leadership?
I take it you have an opinion on that.
I mean, yeah. I think it should be you.
I see. I was thinking the same thing.
You were? Oh, that's great. Totally should be you, for sure.
Totally.
Awesome, yeah. Shouldn't be me at all, right?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, well that's a little rude.
I mean, that would be the worst thing.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Literally
no way,
can't think
right?
Anything
But like,
worse.
why not though?
How?
Like, you haven't even thought about it?
Being the leader. I mean,
we could.
It's funny though. Listen, it's funny. It's
you know, we've been through a lot.
I'd love to see it. Well, I don't. maybe we should try.
A trial?
Just for.
Well, what is that?
Just for shits and giggles.
I think I've proven myself more than once. I healed the wound. Orphe?
Candle.
When the magic went away, how'd you handle it? I can only imagine how it affected your perception of time.
It was horrible. No one
What
should
do you mean?
Atemporal sight is hard to explain. Imagine a sentence. In Lucium, it's read from left to right. In the spectrum of seers, though, that sentence is multidimensional. It can be moving towards you, or angling outward by 60 degrees, or...
Like spinning on an axis?
Yes. Every sentence a sphere. A book of them like foam. Extrapolate that from the written word to all forms of perceiving the world. The absence of it was almost suffocating.
Sorry, I'm still stuck at book foam.
We're unable to convey how much you have given back to us, Candle.
Good chat, Orphe.
We'd like to give you something. A small relic of the Yakal.
Are you sure? What for?
Just consider it a kindness repaid, my little Candle.
Magister?
Friend!
Headed back north?
That's a good question. I may go elsewhere first. I'm working up the courage to take a trip to the Elori territories, beyond the Orenthals.
Really?
My conscience wants me to. My head thinks it's a terrible idea. But a sizable portion of Lucium's great families rely on House Belming to ensure their heirs are born with magic. That means I am directly responsible for some of the wound's growth. A small part, maybe, but not one I can ignore.
Now that you know the truth about the Elori?
Indeed. I hope that they might give me a deeper understanding of the Pentasard's intended cycle of magic, and try to work out the best way to accommodate it on a large scale. And with my influence in the north, I might get some of the great families to listen to that understanding.
Magister, that would be, like, so insanely helpful. Thank you. All right, Belming. I should go. Lordship.
Jack?
We've got a long road ahead of us, rebuilding the Immortals.
And new enemies to shield ourselves against back home. Luckily, I know the game well.
I know I should, but I just don't get that. After what we did for Aveum...
Lucium is Lucium before it's Aveum, Jack.
See, you say that, it just doesn't stick.
It's because you're good.
That's a nice way of saying I'm naive.
Don't do that. It might not feel like it yet, but you've started a revolution. It's small now because the implications of a human-Elori alliance aren't fully understood. Those implications need good people to see them through. It's my job to do the wicked work needed to make sure that no one stands in their way.
Talk to you later, Hauser. Silas.
Hello, sir.
So, what's next for you?
I've asked the new Grand Magus for a transfer to the front, sir. My family's still stationed there, and no one knows if Rasharn will truly pull back. But the airship ride will do me good. Give me time to reflect on things. The battle over the wound, the sight of the living Pentasod.
What about him?
For one, I didn't expect him to be so shredded.
Right?
And it really made me ask myself, if here I am, a lightless idiot, fighting at the end of the world when Kirkin of the Immortals wouldn't, when the Magnus King of Lavenry sent no help or hope, where the Elori, who we've oppressed for so long, still sent both, then why do I think myself lesser compared to the dynastic lords and ladies of magic that failed to show? It's because they made me think that, sir.
Don't forget that when you get to the front, Silas Meade. I'd better go. Ambassador Damley.
Hello, Jack.
The Allori have land in Calthus now. They have rights. For them to get the same in Lucium, that's going to be a hard sell to the king.
It's a hard sell to me, and I was here. Deposing Kirkin is one thing. Undoing generations of hate, fear, and mistrust is... You mustn't be naive at this juncture, Jack. The days after victory tend to bend back towards a life that most people want exactly the same as it was before.
You know we can't heal the wound without them.
I believe you. I just want you to realize that happy endings, they end one day.
I have to go, Ambassador. Grand Magnus?
I'm gonna get used to that. What's on your mind, Initiate?
Thought I'd check in is all.
Nothing to report here. Carry on.
Grand Magnus? Believe it or not, I don't do that well without orders. Thought I'd check in is all.
Nothing to report here. Carry on. I'm gonna get used to it.
Without the path, how are we going?
Who says she's gone?
And I reignite.
Right.
Everything happened.
When?
You bet. The whole thing that...
I'm not sure.
Thought I'd check in.
No.